Hello Scorpio, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So this could be somebody who you've had a relationship with. This could be a situationship. This could be somebody who you have simply exchanged glances with and you know that there's something different, special, but no one's speaking up. All right. Very, very difficult cards here. They're very intense. This connection has not been as truthful as you thought. There's a lack of truth here. I'm just going to put this back. I pulled this out by accident. This is compassion and this is creativity. I only pull out one because usually it's just one that pops up. That's the way I read. That's the way I shuffle. There you go. Wow. Scorpio. What's going on? This is very rough. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that are quite dark, and you only have 3 cards that are quite positive. All right, so the first card is the strongest here. You have embracing the shadow, followed by wild woman, boundaries, sensuality, doubt, surrender, synthesis, crossroads. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme is challenge. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Scorpio, I know the things that happen between us have created a lot of awkwardness. Now there's an environment that is very uncomfortable. I know at some point in time I was very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. I behaved in a way like I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have done what I did. I was very impulsive. And I showed you a dark side of me that not a lot of people have seen. Not a lot of people have had the chance to see. But it's dark. And I want you to embrace it. Because that is a part of who I am. I can't deny it. I know that in this connection I haven't been very truthful. There's been lies. There have been words that I've spoken, paragraphs. And within these words, I have omitted and I have taken out a few things here and there. What you don't know won't hurt you. But did it? By me not mentioning certain things, it didn't mean that I lied to you. It just means that I kept you in the dark. And now, because of this deceit, I know that there's a lack of faith and a lack of trust. I have put up my boundaries. And I know that these boundaries need to be up because of what I did. I have kept myself far away from you. But I don't like to. I don't like what we've become. The upsetting thing is that I turned this sweet situation into something very sour. In you, I have found somebody who is just very sensual, very beautiful, loving. Your charm, your charisma, your talents, they're very unique. I also have doubts, a lot of doubts. I doubt that anything that happens in this connection will even come true for me because of what I did to you. The lack of faith, the lack of trust. I misled you, and you believed me. But I've realized now that a part of me has surrendered to you. My heart, my body, my mind. I feel as though I belong to you and that you belong to me now. And I know that in this connection, a long time ago there was peace and harmony. But I also know now that there is a lack of peace and harmony. I wish to restore that. And certain things that were said and kept in the dark, I wish for them to come to the light. Right now, Scorpio, I am at a crossroads. I have seen the things that I've done. I'm not very proud of them. But they were done, nonetheless. And it's time for me to make a choice, to make a decision, to take a stand. Currently, I don't know which way to go. All I know is that it's time for a change. And all of this, planning, it's not easy. Especially after what I did to you. It's very challenging. Now I feel that this is a riddle that just can't be solved. It's a problem to which a solution can no longer be found. I went too far. And going back and fixing things, I don't know how that's going to happen. Or if it can happen. All right, Scorpio. Well, this person is like stuck in a rut. You know what it's like? I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now, I'm seeing a vision. What I'm seeing is quicksand. But somebody actually created a trap. They put the quicksand there, they put like soft earth there, and they put mud on top of it. And they thought that somebody else would walk through it. But what ended up happening, they ended up walking through it. A taste of their own medicine. Something here happened, Scorpio, where someone hurt you. And there were lies. This does talk about lies, the Wild Woman card for me. That's how I interpret it. And there is boundaries now. So it's like, it's so bad because not only did this person, for some of you this may resonate. It's a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. But this person lied to someone and they thought that they could get away with it, but everything that was in the dark came into the light. And now the cat's out of the bag, and this person wishes to take a stand and maybe have a second chance with you, but it hasn't even gotten to that part yet. They're just realizing that they have done something very wrong, and that restarting, rekindling something is virtually impossible. But do they have that intention? They do wish to create peace and harmony, yes. But they feel like that is such a far off, like, aim and goal. It's just so far off. They can't even think about that yet. Their first idea here is to literally maybe start talking, opening this boundary. There's boundaries here, just opening that up and let's just start talking. But even doing that is very challenging, which is why they don't do it at all. All right. Let's have a look. at the Lover's Path Tarot. So I'm going to have a look at why did this issue occur in the first place. So something caused it. Okay. We have the Prince of Staffs and we have the Ten of Arrows. I'll be reading the reversals. All right, we have here the Prince of Staffs. Let's have a look at that. Prince. The Prince of Staffs here does talk about scattered energy and hesitation, the inability to focus on matters at hand, the need to develop skills that will bring their dreams into reality. So this is what happened. They may have started off being very passionate. They had a lot of integrity. They were taking action, and there was a lot of movement at some point in time for you, Scorpio. But then what happened? Something changed. They started focusing on other things too. They were not taking much initiative. Here it talks about how their energy was scattered, meaning that they were not focused on one thing. They were not focused on you. They were focused on other things also in addition to you, which is why they could not give you their 100%. They were also hesitating. Like I said here, there's an inability to focus on matters at hand. What happened was this person may have promised you certain things and it just never came true. They just never came through with the promises that they made. It never came through. Nothing ever happened, even though they said certain things to you. And this truly is a problem because this talks about how this person was not living in reality. They may have made plans with you. They may have talked about the future, but nothing was grounded in reality. Here we also have the Ten of Arrows. It talks about at some point in time, they were not understanding the situation as it truly was. They started to lose the wisdom that they had. They started to second guess themselves because they thought they don't know a lot about relationships. Here, this person had lost the perfection that they had in emotional wisdom. They were not able to gain this through any type of relationship. They wanted to end this situation that they were feeling. And they wanted to share their knowledge with others, but they didn't have a lot of knowledge to share. More needs to be considered before completely understanding. So before they made any type of choice or took any action, they felt like they did not have the understanding or the wisdom that was needed. Here it also talks about overwhelmed by too much information and getting lost in the details. Now, a small portion of you may have actually told this person how you feel. Too much information given too suddenly, too fast. If you've been with this person for 7 years, for example, and you tell them, hey, I think I love you. Well, wow. And this person freaks out. Oh, that's not a relationship. That's not a relationship. That's a convenience. They're like a convenience store. They're with a convenience store. That's what that is. If somebody has not realized that you love them, and if they freak out because you tell them, after such a long time, then you've got issues. If it's within the week, within the month, right, within a few months, even 2 or 3, it's still too much for somebody to handle. Love for some people is just crazy. It's just too much. They just don't want love. They don't want commitment, but they just want a warm body to sleep with. That's all they want. They want money. They want security. That's all they want. Whatever happened here, somebody opened up, which is not a problem. I say open up. It's always best. Tell people how you feel. Why walk on eggshells? At least you have it out there. You let the person know. The only thing is, Scorpio, you can be tactful about it. Be a bit careful when you talk about it. You know, if you're going to say 10 words, cut it down to maybe 6, right? The more words you put in, this is exactly what happened here. This person, and with this card, it says, overwhelmed by too much information and getting lost in the details. So this is sometimes what I recommend when you are communicating. Only communicate if you have the chance to talk to this person and to clear the air. Have like 3 or 4 points ready. Memorize these points. Do not write paragraphs and paragraphs, because people do get lost in the details and they literally forget what was the main point. So just keep that in mind. Something here happened where this person got some type of information and they got lost in the details. I'm also getting another intuitive message right now. It's not exactly a message, but it's like an incident or a vision. There's something here where somebody did not say it directly, but somebody else said it, and they found out through somebody else, and they were very overwhelmed, and therefore they started to take a step back from you. But this was all about your feelings and your emotions and how you felt toward this person, and they just freaked out. They were just not ready. And I'm sorry, Scorpio. Some people will never be ready. Why? It's not you. It's them. Because they don't want to be ready. Because they can't be ready. That's just them. There's no use waiting. Waiting. Oh, he doesn't commit. Well, if he hasn't committed after many years, right? Then you have a problem. Then you are simply accommodating that person. You're simply just being there for that person, and you are wasting your life because it's one-sided. It's hard when you're in love. But that's when people start to take advantage of you too. Think about it. Think about this person, Scorpio. What do you want from this person, and what is this person giving to you? It's not a problem for people to get lost in the details. People do get very overwhelmed when people, say, hey, I love you, this, that, and the other, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. But I've done readings for people where they've met each other in a week. And sometimes it's practical, sometimes it's not. It doesn't work with everybody. But just because 2 people are together intimately for an entire week, and one person says, where have you been all my life? I love you, I want to marry you. Wow. After a week. And then afterwards what happens is 2 or 3 months go by, and boom, the person ghosts. Poof, they're gone. What happened? They got lost in the details. Reality hit, and it was too much for them to handle. Which is why slow and steady wins the race. Very true. Slow and steady does win the race. If somebody really loves you, wait 2 or 3 months. See if this person can still hold off, keeping your distance from them physically. See if they can do that. If they really are truly interested in you, eventually they will want to be with you forever and ever. It's testing. You have to test people these days. That's just the way it is. Too many things have changed over the centuries. And it's funny I say it that way because I do past life readings. So I don't even look at the era that we're in right now. Well, things have changed over the decades. No. For me, it's like things have changed over the centuries. Because I do past life readings and I see how love has evolved through the ages. It's really interesting. There's a lot more variety now. A lot more temptation, distraction. And who's ever meant to be with you will be with you. But it's difficult sometimes because we overwhelm the other person because of our love. It's just like, I just want this person to know. I just can't. I just want to give them everything. I want to take care of them. I want to love them. I understand that. All of us that do this, we know why we do it. but there's some people that react to it very badly. And like I said, that doesn't mean you walk on eggshells. Just be very careful the way you say it. Let them know, but in a very subtle way, so that they can digest it. It's too concentrated. It's too concentrated. It's milk, but it's not pasteurized. It's straight from the cow. Some people can get an upset stomach. So it needs to be pasteurized, kind of diluted a little bit, put a little bit of extra things in there, and then you tell the person. And then they can digest it. All right. Let's have a look. What time is it? Let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot deck. So we have here the 7 of Pentacles. Wow. 1, 2, and 3. Exactly the amount that I needed. All right. 2 of Pentacles. I must admit, Scorpio, these are not the best cards. King of Pentacles. That's a good card. 3 of Pentacles. That's still a very positive card. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles. All right. So with the 7 of Pentacles, the situation is that this person feels like they invested and they put time, energy, and effort into this connection at some point in time in their life with you. But what's happening now is that they don't want to make a move. They're waiting for the right time. So they'll know it when they see it. They're not making a move right now. They're not, doing anything in this connection. But it's all going to take time. And I know many of you are like, oh, I don't want to waste any more time. Right? You do have a choice. You have free will. You're not just a spirit roaming around without a body. You have that brain, that soul is connected to you and your body. Your body is a spirit, and you can talk to yourself, and you can decide on what you want. 2 of Pentacles here talks about how overwhelmed this person truly is. They have been trying to juggle certain things, priorities, responsibilities, and they find that they're just not really able to fully do all of that. It's like they barely are able to do the bare minimum. Like they're just overwhelmed with, this could be job-related stuff, this could be literally 2 people, although I don't really see much of a third-party situation in this one right now. But it could possibly be because we also have the 3 of Pentacles, which is, for me, this also indicates that there's one person that 2 people are trying to impress. Here we have with the 2 of Pentacles, yes, this person may be feeling very overwhelmed because there's a lot of work that this person's doing. It's just a little overboard. It's just too much for them to handle right now. So they're trying to do their best by juggling. Now we also have the King of Pentacles. This does talk about how in this connection, this person wants to give you a solid offer. However, somebody here might be connected to somebody else. They may be attached to somebody else. So there's that hesitation. Then we also have here the 3 of Pentacles. Some of you might be in a workplace romance kind of situation where you either work with this person or maybe you worked with them in the past. Either way, this person is officially falling in love with you. If you have not worked with this person, this is simply talking about wanting to construct something, wanting to manifest something, which is in terms of love and romance, but wanting to be there with you and work on something, work on this connection. Let's work on this together. Let's grow and let's create, let's manufacture. This is what this person wants. It's a good card. It's a very positive card. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme you have here is the 5 of Pentacles. Right now, as of this time when you're seeing this reading, I mean, for some of you, this may be forwards or backwards in time, but there's a lot of feelings of rejection. This person feels neglected and rejected. An opportunity that they missed, that they feel that they could have done something better, but they just did not. Right now, they cannot get over the fact that they are not with you the way that they would like to be with you. and they're hurting. They are feeling sad, legitimately, like actually sad, about what their life has turned into and what their life is like without you in it. I just realized all of these cards are pentacles. So it could be, Scorpio, for the majority of you, that we've always had in this connection, I mean you, I always turn into the person, that you've always had in this connection the focus on the materialistic, the focus on money or finances or security, job security. So there is an issue here where some of you may have kind of gotten upset because it was always about work, work, work. It was not really about just the both of you, but like there's two things, right? There's some people that want to focus on work because they actually want to settle down and then they're able to be with somebody else long term. But then there's some people whose personalities are just that. Even after they have somebody in their life, all they ever do is just work, like a workaholic, right? So some of you are either, dealing with the first or the latter. There's something here that's going on where there's a lot of desire to earn money, to have that security. And what I'm seeing here with the Five of Pentacles in that context is that without you, there's no use doing any of this. Because they wanted to rise to the top with you, the king and the queen of this castle, or the king and king, or the queen and queen, right, of this castle. They want that right on top, but that is just not happening. They feel as if that dream that they had is just not happening. What's the use of me doing all of this, this, and that? Because whatever this person's trying, it's just not happening. They're trying their best, but they realize that a part of it is totally different. It's not a good situation. No matter what they're doing, it's just not, it's not in their favor. And they are overwhelmed. But do they genuinely want to give you something? Yes, they do. Do they have genuine feelings towards you? Yes, they do. It's almost as if this person has everything else in their life settled, but they wanted to settle this part of their life, and then beyond that, they wanted to work with you. Right. All right, Scorpio, so I'm going to have a look at Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, so these are messages from Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel for you in your situation. So the first card's the strongest. We have here, take action. Okay, so it says here, take action. There will be an opportunity that's going to come to you, an opportunity, abundance of some type. They're also telling you that there will be some type of a sign that you're going to see. This literally could be red flags, so just keep that in mind as well. Signs and synchronicities could be red flag, unlikely, because this person really is focused on other things. They're just not able to, like it said, right? Scattered energy. The energy is just so scattered. They're so overwhelmed, not really knowing what to focus on. So unlikely the plans and the thoughts that you have in regards to this connection, it'll turn out the way you thought. It's unlikely that it will turn out that way. They want you to wait. Whatever results you want, unfortunately, it will happen after some wait. We also have here trust. Boy, oh boy. Trust in the Christ consciousness. This is the way this deck goes. This is why I'm talking about the Christ consciousness. I only work through the Christ consciousness as well as his Father Jehovah / Yahweh. He has the names. Trust in the Christ consciousness. This is you just putting your faith and trust into the universe, the positive side of the universe, the heavenly side of the universe that's going to bring you good things and abundance. You have an issue here, Scorpio. They're telling you it's up to you. This actually is a card that I interpret as two choices now. So some of you may actually wait, and it says here a year from now. 12 whole months, from now until 12 months. Could be 8 months, 7 months. But it's a lot of wait in order to see any type of progress in this connection. For some of you that want to do that, definitely, you can wait around, focus on yourself, don't dwell on this person, don't dwell on them, focus on yourself. Eventually, something will come around in regards to this person. For those of you that don't want to be with this person, they are telling you that you will still be taking action and you will receive other opportunities and look for a sign. This literally could mean somebody who may show some interest in you and you've never seen that person in that way before. You never thought that they were cute. And all of a sudden, wow, this person's pretty hot. Like, you may see and notice these type of things, but you have to have that open mind in order to see that. The angels are telling you here, it's up to you to make this decision. Many of you know that our timelines and our realities, when I explain this, hopefully one day I can just make a video on it, we have different realities. There's different, I guess you could say, multiple realities that we live in. There's many of us in many places. So it's right now it's like you're on track A, all right? You are able to go on track W if you want. That is your free will. You can do that. Will your fate and destiny be totally different? No, it won't. There are a variety of stories that have been written for us. And we are literally like the actors. The world is a stage. And so we take on that role when we go to track number W. And that at that point is our life because we've chosen that destiny. So those destinies are already written for us. It's just what we decide to go into and play that part. That destiny will lead you to somebody else. This particular one, track A, for example, it's a long time from now, a year. Some of you have probably waited for some time and it's okay. Others of you, you just can't wait anymore. So take it as it resonates. Do what you feel is right. But keep in mind one particular thing here. Look for a sign. Signs can mean signs and synchronicities. It can mean advice from a random stranger about relationships. It could mean any type of messages that you may get that only make sense to you and how you are going to interpret that. At the end of the day, Scorpio, they are telling you that it's up to you. So this shows me that some of you are very double-minded, whether or not you should actually be with this person or not. Otherwise, this wouldn't have showed up. So take it as it resonates. Let me know in the comments below. Some of you decide. Some of you may not want to continue. Whatever it is, it'll be okay. Like they said, trust. Trust. By trusting, you are letting your worries, your anxieties, you're releasing them out into the universe, out into the world. You don't have to deal with it. You let it flow. Let it go out like in waves. Let it go out in waves. This is nothing that you have any control over anymore. You have done what you needed to do. The ball is in this person's court. They need to do what they need to do. You just focus on yourself. And the more positive you are, the more positive energy and positive people you will attract in your life. The more negative you are, the more bitter you are, the more sour you are, people won't find you sweet. People will find you sweet when they see that sweet side of you. If this person's made you bitter, that's a phase that people have to go through. You can't be bitter forever. You can't be sour forever. Eventually, the true you has to come out. And the true you is that sweet person. And that is something that's very attractive to the rest of the world. My dear Scorpio, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. And I'm also getting a message, keep a smile on your face. Try to keep that smile going, because that smile's contagious. It's contagious. I'm also getting another message here. Smile with your eyes. Smile with your eyes. I guess some of us still wear our masks. So even when you're smiling, smile to the point where your entire face just lights up. You will be very attractive. And your eyes, Scorpio, you're legendary for your eyes. All right then. You all take care, stay safe, and thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that are interested in any type of private readings, I still have my love readings open right now, so feel free to go to the website, have a look at what the description is, and you can place an order according to what it is that you need. All right. Take care, stay safe. Bye, guys.